G'day guys, Dave Geary.
Hello everyone, Daniel Hastings here for the September 2022 real estate blog, and definitely the interesting nature of our changing market has continued, hasn't it, David, to say the least?
Definitely has, mate. Around the Wollongong, the 250 area code, so we are talking affiliated suburbs of Wollongong and around us. Still interesting, there's like 30 odd, mid 30 odd sales happening in the Gong and around here, which is doable, which is a lot less than we talked about. The funny stat part was that only out of that, 11 were only houses, the balance were units. And what do you think that's for, Dan?
Well, definitely, as much as we've seen demand down, we haven't seen strong supply either. So that has definitely kept things balanced, I think, and made it a workable market, I think. It's not all doom and gloom. Definitely, you've got to be an agent that knows what they're doing, quite frankly. You've got to sell the property
different times
in that regard. So you definitely need an agent that's able to handle this changing market and has that experience and background. But definitely, I think it's good and healthy to see things in a balanced situation.
Yeah, the units in the Wollongong area too, guys, that's why there's more being sold, is because there's a lot more units and there's a lot more high-rise in the city as well.
There's been more developed in the last few years.
Definitely. And I agree with these information in relation to there is less stock on the market, and there are less buyers. We all know that, and the interest rates are only talking today about putting up another 0.25 or 0.5, is that correct?
Yeah, somewhere between that by the sounds of it. So we're going to see more interest rate considerations there for people. But look, I think in the same breath, hopefully, and this is my gut feeling, and I can't give you any evidence or science on this, but hopefully the shock of those initial interest rates has now come out of the market, come out of the system, because we've seen the traction come in since late July now. And so I think from that point of view, everyone's had a bit of an adjustment already. Could there still be some further adjustment? Maybe, but I think the initial stuff has definitely been overcome.
The stats are all different all around New South Wales, and crazy it is. So look, we're thinking around our area anyway, about between 5 and 10%. It's actually corrected somewhere in there. Will there be a further correction? Look, I think the initial impact has already happened, exactly what you said.
I think so.
And I really do think that we are steady going at the moment. Like, there's enough stock out there, there's enough buyers out there, our opens are still strong. There's still demand. People need to live somewhere.
There's people that are definitely going to need to do that. And look, for mine, it's one of those situations where you can only listen to the news and the economist predictions so much, because it's not too many years ago now when the lockdowns first began, and those same economists, or people in that industry at least, were saying that we were going to have a 30% drop. Well, history now tells us that we had roughly a 30% increase in 1 year.
We did.
So you've really got to take it with a grain of salt. And I guess from our point of view, we're at the coalface of it, and we're certainly getting a comfortable feel. We're not feeling too down in the dumps. I think it's definitely workable and doable for those people looking to make a change in their property situations.
I think the media like to dramatise a little bit of what's going on in the marketplace. And it's quite good. It's quite decent.
It's actually refreshing to some degree. It's refreshing to some degree.
It is.
So from that perspective, we're looking forward to seeing how we go in the coming, say, quarter or so.
I think that's a wrap, mate.
Absolutely. Thank you, and looking forward to continued good spring selling.
See you later.